Tonight I'm proudly wearing my Long Tan Day Vietnam Veterans Day badge. For those who served in Australia's name in that Vietnam conflict all those years ago, we won't forget you. We won't forget the courage, the sacrifice you gave in the field of battle, and moreover, the hurt that you've experienced since coming home. Thank you for your service, lest we forget. Well, let's face it, right now we live in an era of rampant stupidity. There's so many who seem to be content of being kept in the dark, being human mushrooms, spoon-fed the organic matter of ignorance. There's the blissfully ignorant, the blind faith, and of course the disconnected, preferring to tune out rather than tune in, watching reality TV instead of questioning the reality of the world around them. While knowledge is power, there's three types of people in the world: those who make things happen, those who know what happened, and those who say, what the heck just happened? Google it if you don't know. But surely these days it's the era of enlightenment, given world religions have for thousands of years been fixated on light, lighting candles to symbolise the triumph of good over evil as light defeats darkness. Surely knowledge defeats ignorance. There should be no ignorance or stupidity anywhere in the world. Surely we're the cleverest we've ever been. But oh no, we're living in an era of unprecedented stupidity. And the word unprecedented, well, it's being flogged to justify the ongoing lack of inquiry and questioning by so many in our society. Everything you see is unprecedented these days. Unprecedented weather events, unprecedented crises in world events, unprecedented politics. Everything seems scary when it's unprecedented because it's never happened before, they say. But methinks many of those heralding unprecedented times are doing so from their own lack of objectivity, questioning and ignorance. Because just because you haven't seen it before in your lifetime, it doesn't mean it's unprecedented. Most things have actually happened before in history if you actually care to look. The instant access to worldwide news and information should be serving to defeat so much of this hysteria, yet the hysteria around climate, for instance, is forced on us constantly, from a drip feed by highly paid green drips to full-throated throttling by vested interests seeking to change our behaviour and make us submit to their economic and social change agenda to control us. Right now, Europe is in the midst of a summer drought, and Australia, we're told, is going to face a third year of La Nina flooding rains. Look, there's actually nothing new in any of this, but it's still being flogged as unprecedented. Droughts in 1616, 400 years ago, and in 1947 in Europe were etched on low watermark stones in European rivers, and those stones are now being exposed as those river levels drop. And these stones, put in by thoughtful people with an eye to the future, underscore just how shallow our common sense has become as we prefer hysteria over calmly understanding the cyclical nature of our weather. Likewise in Australia, floods, well, they've come, they've gone, but governments don't seem to be interested in calmly building on higher ground, preferring the calamity of floodplain living and ignoring the mechanical man-made solutions to mitigate floodwaters by damming rivers. I mean, fair dinkum. Ancient Rome delivered better land and water management than modern Australia. Equally, there's nothing unprecedented in the calamity of a Prime Minister assuming control over multiple portfolios, even if some have never seen it before. The political, media and academic class, well, they've been distracted all week by attacks on the former Prime Minister, a bloke who perhaps arrogantly took on 5 extra jobs, but attacked by a bloke, the current Prime Minister, who many wish would actually just get on with his one job properly. Australians are wondering why their barely elected federal government is subjecting the poor and disadvantaged in particular to a worse standard of living in pursuit of net zero 2030, a plan devised by elites for elites. And there's nothing unprecedented in elites being treated as special, but the wasting of time and money on pet projects and boondoggles by governments all around this country. While the cost of the basics, including food, healthcare and electricity, rises for the rest of us, well, it's probably not even unprecedented either. However, nurses pulling double shifts in hospitals, 18-hour days to keep those hospitals running while their highly paid health bureaucrats are working from home, well, that may well be unprecedented. Surely this unprecedented reality would have been a better use of the Prime Minister's first week back from his holidays.